I'm getting ready for the live here. Gotta put my vampire collar down. Gotta zip up my shirt. Not my pants. Alright, here we go. Here we go, everyone. Just wait a second here while I get everything organized a little bit more. Watch me struggle, guys. Does that look good? I think that looks good. Let's see. Alright, alright. That's looking good, so let me do this. I'm going to light incense here. Let's see what we have here. Okay. Okay. How is everyone doing? Hopefully weekend plans are on the horizon, because whether you have plans or not, it is coming up. That gosh darn weekend. Okay. Ooh, we got these ones. Okay, so this is where it gets exciting. We have got pear vanilla incense. And, let me see. Ooh, 50% pear, 50% vanilla. They did not lie about this one. Oh, that actually smells really good. Okay. Alright. They do say you like your own brand, and so this one right here. Come on, light for me. Okay. One more here. Awesome, there we go. Okay, let's do this. Let's see who we got here, and let's see what's going on here. Hold on. There. All right, we should have time to get to everybody. Putting this here, and let's do this. The reason why I said we should have time to get to everybody, I'm going to be logging off a little bit earlier tonight. Christmas and all that. Like and subscribe, you guys, and I can add you to the list here. I'm going to see who we have here first. You got to like and subscribe. Tell me you liked and subscribed. Okay, you're already subscribed and did the other things. Perfect. Perfect. All right. Like and subscribe. Donate 1 kidney to me. I do like to have extra organs just in case. Just in case, okay? Let's see here. Thank you, Starry Night. Awesome. Okay, so we'll have Natalie here. Then we got Starry Night. Let's see, and then we have... It was a bead ring. Let's see. Let me see what else we got here. So we got Scorpio Bunny. Okay. Then, are you wanting to ask a question, Jay? Just like and subscribe. I can add you guys to the list here. So right now I have... Alex, if you did a paid reading, you jump up to the top of the list. That's how the paid ones work. Paid readings do get priority. And like I said, guys, we're going to be doing this here. And okay, so I have... hey, Mila, if you're still here, welcome. Like and subscribe, and I can add you to the list here. Okay, we got that one. All right, there we go. Okay, so, and then Brooklyn Smith, I can put on the list here. Let's get this started, guys. Okay, so Just going to get everyone on the list here. Hello there, Todd. Okay, all right. I think we're at a spot here where I've got everyone on the list. So let's do this here. So Natalie, what was your question? What's going on with? Let me see. Hello. Hey there, Alex. Okay, so Alex, we're gonna do this here. Yeah, feel free, guys. This is a community. Yeah, someone donated. So I'm gonna read for. I'll do Alex's reading first, and then Natalie, I'll do your reading. So just wait 1 second here. Sometimes we don't get things when we want because other things are on the way, and we learn from the things we do and don't get in life. But I do believe things happen for a reading. Okay. So Alex says, I just started a process for another job. How does it look in the future? Would you recommend me to move on with the process? Let's look at that. Hey, whoever's watching now, okay? Like and subscribe, and I can add you guys to the tribe, okay? That's the list. That's what I'm calling the list. We're going to call it the tribe. I feel like that has a nice ring to it. Hello, I speak my truth. I will put you on the list. You're after Alex. There we go. Awesome. Here we go. So let's look at this for you, Alex. Let me just add this here. Like and subscribe. Tell me that you have liked and subscribed, and you are added to the list. Okay. All right, and let's see here. So, Alex, let's look at this process you're talking about here. So, Alex, I just started a process for another job. How does it look in the future? Would you recommend me to move on with the process? Let's look here. Let's look and see what we get for you, my friend. Thank you, Divinely Guided. I'm putting you on the list here. Let's see here. Good to have you back. I speak my truth, and Alex. Welcome back to the channel. I will try to be as thorough as possible. That's thorough, right? But I have to shorten it because I'm trying to be as thorough as I can. Quick. Let me move this for you. Let me move that over there. You're very welcome, Divinely Guided. Hopefully that will be what I'm doing as well, being divinely guided. We shall find out. What can we see here for Alex and his job process? Alrighty. What can I see here for Alex and his job process? Let's see. This is good, Alex. So I'm going to draw this card. Let's look at one more. Okay. We get happy family and contract right here. Literally with the job moving forward in the process. Maybe feeling more of a community sense or feeling like there's more opportunities for advancement. I think this is a good process. I think this is good. So I like that. Let's see. I do agree with what Lori's saying. Lori cuts through the bullshit, guys, and she says it how it is. So I do appreciate. There we go. Now you can see the sprinkly sparkle lights behind me here. If you guys can't tell, I've been drinking a lot of coffee. This is my 10th one today, so I'm just kidding. Just kidding, it's my 11th. Yeah, the banana is awesome. The banana back there is good. So Alex, does what I was saying make sense here, my friend? I got the banana. I'm wanting to do other things as well. Because the mushroom back there really doesn't look like the Mario mushroom. You know what I'll show you what I mean. Grab this over here. I mean, that doesn't look like the Mario mushroom. Its eyes are kind of different, right? But it says Super Mario right there. I want to get a star and a mushroom and a fire flower. Hell, all of them. All of them. But I got this one too. That one's cute. You're not. And then I got this one. This is a Koopa shell. Which this one's adorable to me, right? Okay, Alex says, I'm actually really excited because even though the pay will be a little lower, I will get a lot of experience. Also, I think I need a change. Absolutely. Absolutely. If we're getting ourselves started and we're doing something, we might as well go after it as much as we can. And like you said, if the pay is a little bit lower, but you get experience, things change. That's what it's all about. I'm going to be posting more stuff on Instagram too. It is going to be insane. You guys are going to say, stop, slow down. You're too damn funny. I hope. If you don't, that's okay too. You're not welcome, but that's all right. Let me move this over. Let's put this back here. All right. Hey there, Kiru. How you doing? Okay, so I speak my truth. Would you like to speak your question? Let's do this. And Alex, I wish you all the best, my friend. It's looking like a really good opportunity. Yeah, right here, buddy. Happy family and contract. So employment, happy family. I feel like there's going to be employment, community, or there's going to be a good change coming up for you. That's what I'm seeing here. Awesome. If you say better and you had the talk with the doctor, Kiru, that probably means that hopefully either they found something that's easily fixable or you're good. Either way, I'm hoping. Okay, so I speak my truth says, why am I attracted to Jay? Thinking of becoming a friend first. First off, I need to find out why I'm attracted to Jay. Then we can worry about you. I speak my truth because... No, I'm just kidding. Let's look, though. Let's look for you and see. Yes and no, manageable. Okay, let's see. Why is I speak my truth attracted to Jay? Let's see here. Let's get this going. Nope. I'm on a roll. I've drinking most of the Venti coffee. Just cream and coffee. With a little bit of something extra to keep me awake for a very long time. Oh yeah, you guys are right. Oh boy. I move so quick the ground lights on fire underneath my feet. Not ideal, but it's the superpower that I've got. Okay, one more shuffle for I speak my truth. Why is I speak my truth attracted to Jay? See you, Kiru. I'm going to be going off at 8:30, so I'm cutting it off at 8:30 at the latest. So if I'm still here, hello, and if I'm not, goodbye. But hopefully I can see you again. All right, so this is what I'm getting right here for you. I speak my truth. We have all tied up in reverse, okay, which would be all freed up, I would think. And then we have 7th Chakra, Archangel Uriel in reverse. These two cards right here, when I'm seeing these, I'm wondering if maybe we're attracted to Jay because there could be some sort of response that is triggered with him. Like, I'm wondering if it's a trauma response. but I'm also thinking what could be going on here. And then okay, let me do this here. I have this. Let me see what I can get here for you. But the attraction is interesting because when I see these two cards right here, all tied up, and 7th Chakra Archangel Uriel in reverse, is this someone you normally wouldn't be attracted to, but you're feeling a pull in their direction? Is that kind of what we're talking about? I'm just going to ask here, and then I can wait for an answer while I take a large boy sip of my coffee here. Oh. And I'm just going to, so, I hate it when I drop the cards on the floor. There we go. No trauma. Okay. The reason why I said that was this. When I see the all tied up in reverse, it just feels like there's a connection here that doesn't feel quite right. But that's what I'm seeing here. And then 7th Chakra Archangel Uriel in reverse, it feels like the connection could be more of a... It feels like the connection could be more of a difficult connection, is what I'm feeling for whatever reason. It feels like there's some distance or there's some difficulty here. So, not saying it couldn't happen with Jay, but it feels like there's something missing in the connection. You said, oh, okay. So we're talking about a friend. Or we're talking about, hold on. Okay, it's a female. All right. Regardless. These two being in reverse is definitely making me think that it's more of a... It just feels like something's missing. I feel distance, or I feel like... I'll draw another card here. Let me see what else I can get. Let's do the tarot. Let's see what I can get here. It doesn't matter if it's male or female or, whatever the third gender is going to be coming forward here. It does not matter because love is love, or appreciation is appreciation, gratitude's gratitude, right? We're not friends yet, but she seems pretty. Okay. So let's look here and let's see what we can do here. It just does feel like there's some distance, right? Experience, Alex. I know you're asking Lori, and I'm sure she'll respond, but experiences, if we change our experience or our perception of our reality, our situation changes. Trying out a bunch of different things, using the shotgun approach to life is going to make it so that something will eventually stick, and we'll find where we're supposed to be. And trying a bunch of different things means we're more likely to find it. I'm pretty sure that's what she was meaning. Let's see what we can get here. We work together if that's the distance. Okay, 4 of Cups in reverse right here. But from home now. Okay, so 4 of Cups in reverse right here. You say you want to start a friendship or you want to start something. Definitely friendship's going to be the way to go. 100%. I feel like friendship is definitely going to be something you can do here. I'm seeing a lot of these cards are in reverse, though, and I see 4 of Cups in reverse, which means that we're not... It feels like maybe we're not resting, or maybe we're... You don't seem like someone who's rushing into it, but I'm feeling like there could be that kind of energy. When I see 4 of Cups in reverse, that to me feels like we're not resting. Emotionally, we're not resting, or we're feeling kind of tired or exhausted, would be the way I would view this. Also, I'm going to ask you this. So, I speak my truth. Is she into women, right? Or is this a person that can also... Do you know if she's into that, right? and the tiredness here. The only reason I'm asking that, when I see these cards in reverse, I'm just wondering kind of what's going on here. So hopefully you can tell me a little bit. If she seems like okay, she is. Okay, perfect. All right, so then the only thing I would see here is the distance. And like you said, working from home, stuff like that. Four of Cups in reverse, I would say really make sure that you're rested and you're feeling calm and confident if you try to start a relationship or a friendship with this person. Because of the voices still. Okay, so let's give it some time with that, and let's see kind of where that goes. I'm feeling like right now, for whatever reason in her life, I don't feel like now would be a good time. A friendship would be like an acquaintanceship, okay? Not even a friendship. An acquaintanceship might be okay, but right now in this person's life, just because I get all tied up in reverse, 7th chakra, Archangel Uriel in reverse, and the Four of Cups in reverse. There's restlessness on your part, but it feels like in her life right now, she's grieving the loss of her girlfriend. Okay, so yeah, I would say definitely let her, that's going to take some time. Friendship's a good place to start, but acquaintanceship seems much better. Like a friendship that doesn't, a friendship or an acquaintanceship is like non-committal in all ways. It's like just this sort of thing that's floating around and there's no expectations. That would be the best way to get into this person's life at this point in time. If we attach expectations to this relationship, yeah, so I think you understand. Right, not the time for an intimate connection, but I do feel a connection can happen, just not an intimate one. So, okay, awesome, okay. So, let me grab these cards here. Let me shuffle these cards here. Awesome. I'm glad it makes sense. I wouldn't be doing my job right if it didn't. So it definitely helps. My boss would be pissed if I messed up. I'm my boss. Okay, so it's whole situation. You're very welcome. I speak my truth. Very, very welcome. Thanks for stopping by the channel again. Let's do this here, and let's go to the free list. Okay, so, Natalie, I'm sorry, but can you ask your question one more time? Absolutely. Okay, does Kyle have feelings for you? What does he think about you? So we'll do one question, one card. So let's focus on, does Kyle have feelings for you? Okay, Natalie. All right, I got you. Does Kyle have feelings for you? Let's see. Does Kyle have feelings for Natalie? Now everybody that's watching this right now, the beetle is my favorite insect. It really is. I think they're really neat. But on a more interesting note, all right, I'm going to say that this is probably going to be the last time I'm going live for the Christmas duration. Okay, so I'm logging off here around 8:30 at the latest. 8 o'clock is when I'm wanting to be off of here. And it's 5:26 right now. So that's kind of when I'm going to go. And then next week, not this next week, but the week after, I should be starting again. Either Tuesday or Wednesday of next week, I'm thinking I'm going to start again. Maybe Monday. But I'm just letting you know I'm going to be gone for a little bit. I will be coming back, though. But I got so many presents to wrap, it's going to take me many days to do it. I am the slowest wrapper on earth. Hey, Jonna Olison, it's not closed, but you'd be down the list a little bit. You're about 8th in line right now. Okay. If you can like and subscribe, I can add you to the list, though. The free list. And we'll get to you when we get to you. So, Natalie, why... Let's see. Does Kyle have feelings for you? Let's see that. You are very welcome. You're very welcome. Jonah? Am I saying that right? Hopefully I'm saying that right. So we have Queen of Wands in reverse, Natalie. This card here makes me feel like there could be a bit of a situation where there's passion. There can be this passionate kind of connection, but there can also be something here that's missing. And so when I see the Queen of Wands in reverse, I feel like the feelings this person have, it's like a flame that's being flickered or a flame that's being snuffed out. There's something there, but it doesn't feel like it's strong enough for a connection. I do feel that this person is interested, but it could be more of a sexual connection than more of an emotional, intimate connection, if that makes sense. So it could be, you might be hot and heavy, but it wouldn't be for long, is what I would see. With this Kyle person, it just feels like there's an emotional block, or there's a blockage of some sort of emotion that's not being expressed. Okay, no, Lori, that sounds right. That sounds right. That's kind of what I was picking up. Queen of Wands in reverse to me is I don't see a permanence with Queen of Wands in reverse. It feels like there's something that's missing in the connection. There's something there, but it just doesn't feel okay. Awesome, Natalie, awesome. Alrighty, so Starry Night, are you there? However, I will say this, if you guys want to do a private reading with me, I can do those. I can definitely do those. I'm going to be gone for a little while, but I can do the private readings if that's something you guys are wanting to do. Will anyone get sick because of COVID or food poisoning at the party? Hey, Ralph, how's it going? All right. Will anyone... You're very welcome, Natalie. Thank you for stopping by on the channel again. I appreciate that. All right, let's see what we can do here. Let's see what we can kind of come up with. Starry Night. Will anyone get sick because of COVID or food poisoning at the party? Let's hope not, but let's look at the cards. See what we can get here. How's everything going, Ralph? It's been a while since I've seen you. I think it was yesterday. Last night for me. Hopefully it's a good day for you so far, and see what we can come up with here, guys. Let's do 2 more shuffles. Starry Night, she's curious if anything's going to happen here, if anyone's going to get COVID poisoning or food at the party. Let's see here. I will say this, though. COVID is no joke. That was not the funnest experience I've ever had. I will say that. So I get this one here, Ace of Cups in reverse. So something's telling me that it will be okay. I feel like it will be okay, but it does feel like there could be a little something. There could be a little something, but not like... Okay, I'm not feeling there's going to be COVID at the party, but I feel like shortly after, maybe someone could get sick, but I'm not necessarily thinking it's COVID. When I see this in reverse, it just feels like there's a lot of worrying going on. There could be something that happens, but it does feel like most of it's, yeah. Let's see, hi, I was here the other day and was put on the list. You never got to me. Okay. Yeah, Rachel, I can add you here. Just like the video and I can add you. It feels like, I'll say this right here. There's going to be a lot of worrying towards the actual party, right? And I feel like the worrying is going to be what's going to make people, or not the worrying, the party situation. I'm not feeling like it's necessarily COVID related, but I am feeling like there could be sickness, not from the food poisoning either, but it feels like there could still be something happening, but it doesn't feel like COVID. And hopefully that right there hold on, I'm wrong about, but it just feels like a tense situation for whatever reason. That's what I'm feeling. Okay, yeah, like and subscribe, guys, to be added to the list. Rachel, I'll add you here. But I would say the party's going to be okay. And if you guys are really worried about it, wear masks and cover yourself, and like from the movie where he's in a bubble. If we could all just wear bubble suits, I think that would be the way we could try not spreading it. Sorry to hear that, Ralph. And there's a lot of people right now that I think are going through that. Okay, you'll see what transpires. Yeah, I'm feeling there's just a tenseness in the situation more than anything. I feel like the stress of it is going to be what I'm not feeling like it's going to be really bad, but I feel like there could be something from it, but it doesn't feel like COVID. Probably doesn't make sense. Tense is, let's see. You're probably typing that message again because I don't know. No, you're not, Ralph. You're definitely not the only one. These have been trying times. These have been trying times for, it seems like, everybody, honestly. So Starry Night, I don't think there's anything to worry about. It does feel like something's going to happen, but not anything that's going to be overly dramatic, even though it could feel that way at times. I feel like it'll be okay. Okay, tense okay, sickness not cool. I'm feeling it's going to be more tenseness. And if there really is a worry about the COVID and stuff like that, yeah, the party may not be the best thing. I have a feeling having a lot of people in a small space may not be good, but I'm feeling like it should be okay. Okay, so Scorpio Bunny, are you there? Okay. Let's see what we can do here. Will Scorpio Bunny be able to take her Shakespeare college courses from home? Let's see. All right, let's do this. Let's see what we got going on here. Out damn spot. Is that what he says when there's a stain on his lapel or something? So we have this right here. We have King of Swords. I'm feeling like you'll be able to do it. King of Swords to me is a card where, yeah, I feel like we'll be able to do it. Something tells me knowledge is going to be the name of the game. So I do feel like the Shakespearean course will be something you can take from the comfort of your home. Lori, you're not supposed to say the name. That's bad luck. Oh, well, that happens. Okay, Jay. What's your question? The professor does not want you to. Okay. I'm still feeling like there can be a possibility that you can take the course. Hopefully that's what happens, because that King of Swords, but I have to because of my circumstances. I'm hoping they can do that for you, because what I saw in the card, that was what I was seeing. All right, Ralph, you are number 9 on the list. Okay, Brooklyn, you're number 6 on the list. So we're on 00JRC00. You're welcome, Scorpio Bunny. All right, Jay, are you there? You're welcome, Ralph. Is Shakespeare? Go with it. I will. I'll go with it. I'll go with this Shakespeare. I actually don't know a ton about Shakespeare. One of those things I should probably look into. I do know there was a debate on if he was a singular person versus if he was a group of scholars that got together and made the plays and used like a, what do they call it? A fake name or an alias or something. I don't know if that's still the case, but I heard there was a theory about that. No, Jonah, not quite yet. I was going to be doing Jay's reading here, but Jay doesn't seem to be here. Mila, are you there? And if you guys are wanting more than just a one-card reading, look at my website. I offer all sorts of things, including longer readings, where you guys can ask questions, more than one question, get some accurate answers, and you get to find out how cute I am, over the phone or over Skype. Have you guys ever heard the sound a porcupine makes? It's ridiculous. Give a porcupine a pumpkin, and it's the most adorable thing you've ever seen in your life. Hey, Star Angel. What's your future career? That's... I'm not sure if a one-card draw can do the future career. If you want, Star Angel, I can put you in the list and we can see what we can come up with, but I have a feeling that's more up to you than anything. What do you like to do, Star Angel? You literally can get paid to do anything nowadays. People get paid for eating, so I have a feeling we can make our livings doing whatever we want. So Dan, what should I expect for next year? So if you like and subscribe, Dan, I can add you to the list here. And Angelus Chiron on Instagram, everybody. Check it out if you would like. Add me as a friend. I'm so very lonely on there, so if you guys want to, you can add me as a friend. Okay, Brooklyn Smith, are you there? You said you were here a second ago. And then I saw an animal yesterday too, that this one was interesting. It is called a, I think it's called the skeleton panda sea squirt. You guys look that up. Skeleton panda sea squirt. Weirdest looking fish I've ever seen. But very kind of cool looking at the same time. Okay, Brooklyn, would you want to ask your question, my friend? Oof. And then did you guys also know, okay, there is a spider that exists that's a vegetarian. It lives off of eating fruit. It's kind of interesting. At least I thought that was interesting. A spider that eats fruit. It sounds adorable. From what I understand, though, when they give birth, it's only to like 1 or 2 spiders at a time. So they don't give birth to like hundreds like the other spiders do. So that's unfortunate. Okay. Lori, that sentence that I just read, no matter how many times I reread it, it disturbs me more and more each time. Wow, if I could get $100,000 for bottling my farts, I think I'd do it. I think I'd go for it. It sounds like a lazy road, but gosh darn it, I think I might go for it. Okay, so Brooklyn Smith says, how to overcome the battle that I'm currently facing. I'm in a very depressive state. Okay, Brooklyn, we can look at that here. Yes, it does, Ralph. Absolutely. Let me see what I can find for you, Brooklyn, and let's see. I'll draw a card here, Brooklyn. But if you would like, we can work together on helping to address the depressive state, if that's something you would want to do. I do sessions online on my website where we can work through some emotional things and we can work through some different things that could use healing. So if that's something you'd want to do, we could try that. And that's on the website. You can book a session through there. But let's look and see what we can do here to give you an answer now. Let's do this. All right, so what can we do to help? Years ago, I heard the Aussies used to sell bags of air to the Japanese tourists. That is interesting. I don't know why. Alright, Brooklyn, let's see what we get here, though. What can help Brooklyn during this depressive state that she is currently feeling? Let's do one more shuffle here. One more shuffle. Okay. I get the thinking woman right here. So when I see the thinking woman, I'm feeling like maybe we spend a little too much time up here and not enough time in the heart, right? So maybe we are thinking too much and not necessarily feeling what exactly is going on. A lot of times when I'm working with people, we get stuck. We get stuck in the thinking process and we don't allow ourselves to feel. And I feel like over time, that can cause depression, or that can cause those different kind of states. Because it could have happened when we were younger. We were told that we shouldn't be able to feel the things we feel. But to me, it feels like an emotional blockage more than anything else, if that makes sense. The thinking woman, it's not a bad card, but if we're overthinking and we're not in the present moment, that's going to make it so we're depressed. Because even when we try to check into our own lives, we're not quite able to do so because we feel like there's something missing. And oftentimes when we're depressed, we feel ungrounded. And we feel like we don't necessarily know ourselves. And so it's about kind of finding ourselves again. But in order to do that, we need to unlearn the things that we have learned that no longer serve us. And unlearning is incredibly difficult to do, but it's absolutely necessary because so much of what we've been taught and told isn't right. And if your soul is in disharmony with your environment, it's because something needs to change. You're wanting to find a deeper truth or a deeper understanding of what's going on out there. So that's what I'm feeling, and that's what I'm seeing, especially with this card here, Brooklyn. So if there's something we can do that gets us... Hey there, Amber. If there's something we can do that gets us closer to the present reality and us focusing on the present world, that's going to take us out of the depressive state little by little. It's not something that's going to change overnight, but it's something that can definitely help to make us feel a little bit better. Hopefully that was helpful. In the 60s, Oregon sold canned air. How's it going, Amber? Are you doing good? Like and subscribe. Tell me you have liked and subscribed, and I can add you guys to the list. You're welcome, Brooklyn. You are welcome, my friend. I'll tell you what, though. the capitalism thing, right? Guys, don't sell anything. Do not sell anything on eBay. I've been selling my old equipment on eBay. Not old, but like equipment on eBay. The amount of money that they take for just listing your item, it's insane. I listed an item for $2,600 on eBay. I'm getting $2,000. And I didn't lower the price. eBay takes that much. They took $600 basically for doing nothing. I'm a little miffed about that, if you guys can't tell. That was a little, I mean, that's a lot of money that they just, probably not the place to talk about it, but have to vent it out somewhere, right? Just be careful if you're selling something on eBay. Make sure that you can get a good price for it, because I didn't know what my end price was going to be that I would receive until eBay sold my item. I shipped it, and then they told me how much I would get for it. No, eBay, at least for me, it's not a moneymaker. If you can find the one thing you can do on eBay that really works out, should have sold it on Etsy. That might have been a better place to. I've got another thing that I'm trying to sell, but it's maybe I should just sell on Etsy instead. That's not a bad idea. Yeah, because I mean they gypped me pretty bad. So if I seem a little salty, that could be why. If you sell books, if you sell stuff like that on eBay, or you sell coins, you know, depending on how you can get them, that's not bad. But when you're selling expensive technology equipment, man, they cut into that hard. Okay, so who's next on the list here? Divinely Guided, are you still there? That's not a bad idea though, Todd. I might need to look at Etsy as a selling source. They charge a percent of the sale, so they charge 12.5. If I'm not wrong, 12.5%. Chancey evolved into salty. Absolutely, absolutely. Salty as hell. Salty is all hell in those regards. But you're right, Ralph. They do charge a percentage. In the technology sector, it's 12.5%, which would have been about $320. But then apparently they took out a few other fees. It feels like, because that was a lot. Anyway. And Lori, you said Facebook Marketplace. That's not bad. That's not a bad spot. I don't like Facebook. I do not like Facebook. If I did though, that's probably a good place to do it. But Facebook, with the way it's going, it just feels slimy to me. But then again, with the way eBay's going, shit, I should. Yeah. I don't trust the Zucker man. I don't. Okay, Divinely Guided. Is my Sagittarius the right person for me? I'm Pisces. Okay, hopefully the answer is yes. Because it sounds like you're already in it to win it, so to speak. So let's look and see what we can find here. Let's see. I could, and it is. All of my stuff, my tech stuff that I sell, it's in phenomenal condition. I take really good care of my stuff. I'm usually in Facebook jail, so I hear, yeah, see, and Facebook, they can shadow ban or target you for anything, and Instagram's the same way. You really gotta be careful. It's ridiculous. Anyway, let's look at this. I could try selling it on Amazon. That's not a bad idea either. I don't know how much they take, but I could look. Let's do this here. Let's shuffle one more time. I'm wanting to get the new, well, I'll tell you here in a second. So I'm seeing this right here, Divinely Guided. I get Blossoming Abundance in reverse. This isn't a bad card to get though, but it feels like there are going to be some hard things with this person to deal with. I'm not feeling it's going to be an easy relationship, but I feel like it could possibly be worth it, because the Blossoming Abundance card wants to be upright, but when I see it in reverse, there could be some issues and some struggles. If you guys work through those things, then I feel like it would be a good connection. But it's up to the other person and you if you want to work through it. If there are issues, that need to be addressed. But not a bad card to get, honestly. Look up Mercer. I haven't used it, but apparently charges less than eBay. I've heard of them too. Ralph. I was looking at buying something on there once, but I never did that. Mercari or Merceri, I don't know how you say it. I'm wanting to get a new MacBook M1 Max for the channel. You're very welcome, Divinely Guided, because I'm going to start doing some higher quality stuff. This right here, this doesn't require what I'm looking for, but I want to get a Blackmagic camera. That's what it's called. I know it sounds like I'm wanting to cast a spell, but I'm wanting to get a Blackmagic camera and then do some editing on there. Hey, Tori G, how's it going? There is... So we're on number 7, and there's 13 people on the list. If you can like and subscribe, I think, Tori G, you already subscribed. So if you want to like the video, that would help a lot. But yeah. Mercari. Mercury. Ah, okay. Mercury. I'll just say it the wrong way to piss you guys off just a little bit. How's it going, Tori? It's been a second since I've seen you. It's the start of the week, I believe. Hopefully everything's going good. But yeah, I'm wanting to do the new stuff with that, some of that technology. Okay, Jonah Olison, are you there? Thank you, Tori. I appreciate that. You are number 14 on the list. So, let's see. Awesome. What was I going to say here? Yeah, Jonah Olison. If you're there, it's your turn. Come on down and spin the wheel, and let's see what you land on. Awesome, Tori. Awesome. I'll look at that. I'm going to look at some different options, because the thing I'm trying to sell now is a very niche item. So Swappa is the best. What is... Okay, Jonah, would you want to ask your question for me? What I've heard of Swappa too, but some of the places I was looking at to sell, you have to be in physical proximity. And I'm kind of out in the middle of nowhere, so... Will my ex, DeAndre, and I get back together? Let's look at that. Maybe I need to look at Swappa too. That might be a good spot to look at stuff. Okay, will your ex, DeAndre, and you get back together? Hopefully I'm saying the name right. Do I have backwards energy? I probably do. And I've got a story to tell you guys about backwards things that's really weird. Really weird. I'll have to tell you that. Maybe if we've got some time. Yeah, Amber, there's room on the list. Let's do this here. Let's look at what we can get for Jonah here, and we get the Chariot in reverse. So not, and like Todd said, am I backwards myself? Probably. So the Chariot right here in reverse, I'm feeling like it's not going to be happening, especially anytime soon. Chariot in reverse, that's what I'm feeling there. I'll look at Swappa then. I'm desperate, man, because how much money they took from me, that eBay, man. But yeah, I'm not seeing that there's going to be anything that's happening anytime soon, Jonah. Because the Chariot in reverse, the Chariot's normally a fast-moving card. When it's in reverse, there's something that's stuck there. So I'm feeling like there's a pretty big blockage with that connection. I'm going to write that down, though, the Swappa thing. Any electronic that you need, Swappa is transparent about the sale. I'll look at that. So Swappa. Okay, I'm going to look at that because I do need to get this stuff ordered that I'm wanting to get for the channel. Trying to make it so the production looks a little bit better. Hopefully we can get a better camera and stuff too. That's not the one I was mentioning before, because that one's not going to work for lives. Okay, yeah, Ralph, it's your turn, buddy. So if you want to ask your question, then we can go from there. But thank you for giving me some marketplaces to look at. I'm okay with a percentage. That doesn't bother me, but eBay charges a percentage and then they stack fees on top of the percentage. So it's not just like a flat percentage. They just keep charging a little bit more and a little bit more, and you've already spent time on the listing, you know, getting it ready, putting effort in the photos and stuff. So okay. My neck is still a little sore. Still a little sore. I can't quite bend it the way I want to. Bend it like Neckum. Except it doesn't want to do it. Doesn't. Nope. And no, I'm not selling a Mac in there. No, 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 no. Computers right now are expensive anyway, but I just need something future-proof for the channel. And I'm thinking that the M1 Max will be a good investment. Bendy and the Neck Machine, absolutely. Bendy and the Ink Machine, I think is the. But I never played that game. That one looked interesting. I never did play that one. So Ralph, okay, perfect. All right, I was going to ask you again. Am I waiting for the right time or need to do something for the right person? If you're asking me about it, Ralph, you probably are, I feel like. But let's look. If we're talking about waiting for the right time, a lot of times we will wait and wait and wait because we think there will be a sign. We think there's going to be this really obvious sign that comes down and shows us what needs to happen. And I'll tell you right now, the best time to manifest anything is now. Try a handstand, then talk to you. Okay, I can do that. I can try. Yeah, handstand would be difficult for me at this point in time. Let's see though. Let's do one more shuffle here for Ralph. I wanted to wait before starting this channel, and I thought I would just have to keep waiting and waiting. Eventually nothing started happening, and so I just said, you know what, I'm going to do it and not wait for a sign, because that'll slow us down. That's an interesting one. So here's what I get for you, Ralph. We get financial constraints in reverse. So financial constraints in reverse would be maybe we're waiting until we're more secure financially. But yes, yeah, be careful. That's absolutely true. But in this scenario here, financial constraints in reverse, maybe we're waiting until we have more money, or maybe we're waiting until things have settled down. About the neck pain, try a handstand, then talk to me. But yeah, so. Oh, I see. I understand what you're saying, Ralph. You're saying, some way, shape, or form, you got it worse than me. I understand. One of those one-uppers. I get you. But right there, that's what I'm seeing. Financial constraints in reverse. Maybe we're waiting until it's the right time financially to attract someone, or maybe we're waiting until I feel like the dust has settled. That's something I feel like I'm kind of running into here. So I would say right now would be the right time to start whatever it is you want to start, with a partner or with anybody else. If we're waiting for the perfect moment, it's never going to happen. There is no perfect moment. There's just a moment. There's just moments. There's no perfect moment. So, and that can be a way we can self-sabotage as well. Okay, awesome. I'm glad it makes sense. I've been that way. I've waited and waited for my time, and yeah. Hey, Rhoda, how's it going? Okay, Rachel Queen, are you still there? Will your Leo X and you reconcile your romantic relationship? Let's see. Let's see if that's something that's going on here. Let's do a shuffledy. See what we can find out here. Let's do... I will, Ralph. I'll keep it going. The right time is now. That's what I always say. And then I fall back asleep. So that works for me. So about that weird story. I was going to tell you guys about... Okay, I don't know what that voice was. There we go. I agree with what Lori says. That's absolutely true. Self-love is the best love. Once we have that, then other people come into our lives and they compliment us. Instead of thinking that a partner will complete us, we're looking for someone to compliment us because we're already 100% happy with ourselves. Or, maybe 90%. I don't know. Cheese tastes funny to me lately. I don't know if you guys have had that problem. Yeah, it's just not as good as it used to be. And I'm sad because I'm addicted to cheese. Let's look at what we got for you, Rachel Queen. Angel of Love, right here. So that's a really good card to have. I do feel that could absolutely happen. Possibly with swiftness, right? Hey there, Amber, how's it going? So yes, I do feel, Rachel Queen, that there will be a reconciliation. Make sure you're ready for it if something happens, and yeah, that's what I'm feeling here. Like and subscribe, you guys, to join the tribe. That's what I'm calling the free list. Just like and subscribe and tell me what you, tell me that you liked and subscribed. And we'll go from there. You're welcome, Rachel. So the funny story, okay? Me and my, my partner, my girlfriend, we were taking a walk one night, and it was a pretty long walk. Yes, cheese is absolutely life. We were taking a walk. It was dark out, so it was nighttime. You guys know what darkness is. I don't need to explain that to you. So we were taking a walk, and we're walking down this kind of long road, this long path. And I'm off somewhere. I needed to use the bathroom. Guys have a way we can do that. So I went off somewhere. I'm joining back up with her, and there is this person that is kind of walking up to her, right? And I remember she was kind of upset, a little bit, like something was going on, because this person was acting weird. They weren't saying anything, nothing was going on, but they kept coming closer and closer and closer, and we were like standing on the same pathway they were on. They should have been able to see us fairly clearly, but they were just walking straight, like they weren't slowing down, nothing was happening. And so she had a taser, and she doesn't use it on him, but she fires it up in the air to scare the guy. And this is what's the weird part. When she had the taser and she did that, the guy jumped and he flipped around. He was walking backwards towards us for no reason. He was just walking backwards. And to this day, I still have no idea what the hell, but it was really weird. He said, "Oh, I'm so sorry," and then he just went on his merry way. But backwards man is what we call him, and that was one of the weirder stories. Brie with baked apples. Ooh, that sounds good. That does sound tasty. All right, so I'm gonna add you to the list, Courtney. And you're number 15 on the list, so it'll be a second, but we're actually getting through the list fairly quickly here. And then we have I'll do 16. Who else did we have join here? And then we'll have the other Amber on here. Okay, there we go. All right. Anyway, weird stories. That one was really strange, though, because that person, the way he was walking up, and I don't know. You guys would have had to have been there. It was one of the weirder experiences I've had, because the energy he had was really just bizarre. Not negative, but weird, if that makes any sense. Okay, so let's move on here to Star Angel. Are you still there? but yeah. Grilled cheese with peaches is pretty good too. That sounds interesting. I don't want to be mean. That sounds like an odd flavor combination. But if it's good, if you guys like it, that's cool. Grilled cheese with peaches. That may be something I have to try. Star Angel, are you there? Okay, Dan, are you there? Always with dropping the pen. Wide open, Alex. The line for paid readings is wide open. You'd be the first. If you jump in now, yes, you would be the absolute first in line. Okay. Alrighty. Okay, Dan. What's your question? Okay, what should you expect for next year? Let's see what you can expect for next year. What can you expect for next year? Oh. Cheese pizza is good. Adding to the comments of cheese. Well, I would assume that would be the cheese conversation, which is what we're having here, right? We're trying to open up a very cheesy conversation. The original recipe I saw for it used fresh peaches, but I tried with canned and it was good too. Basically, if you like salty/sweet combo, it's good. Oh, okay, that's not a bad idea. That might be something I need to look into. Thank you, Brooklyn, for the donation. Okay, so now, Alex, if you were to pay, Brooklyn would come first. Okay. The cheese versation, yes, absolutely. I was trying to come up with a pun for cheese and conversation, and it's a real monster for me to come up with something to add to the conversation there. It's a little, someone already used Gruyere, so I can't think of one. I'm having a hard time. The cheese puns are difficult for me, guys, if you can imagine. I'm the cheesiest person I know, but yet the cheese puns, they escape me. Okay, so we had Brooklyn Smith, I Speak My Truth. Okay. Alright, so now we got Brooklyn Smith, and then we have I Speak My Truth coming up. I'm going to do Dan's reading first. Mozzarella pizza is amazing. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. I've been having the cauliflower and almond flour variety of pizza, and it's actually pretty good, honestly. Tried making it myself one time, and I butchered that recipe to shit. I'll tell you right there. Why is your person not interested? Okay, Brooklyn, we'll look at that. I'm doing Dan's reading first, and then we're straight to you, Brooklyn, okay? You have cheese once a day. That is... Cheese once a day is how it's been. For me, though, I haven't been liking cheese. And it really stinks. Not the cheese, but the fact that I don't like it. I need gluten-free crust, so that works for me. Okay. Yeah, gluten-free is the way to be. Oh, let me do this here. I've tried vegan cheese. There's the Chow cheese. There's the Yeah. You are all the cheesiest. Yes, we are. We absolutely are. Macaroni and yes, please, for this cheesiness, right? That's how I would see it. Okay, let's look at Dan, and then we'll look at Brooklyn's question. What's going to go on for Dan next year? What's going to go on for our friend Dan for next year? It's gonna be a good time. Alright, one more. Here we go. Yin Yang in reverse. Okay? So yin yang in reverse, this right here, Dan, I'm feeling it's going to be a year of integration, and I got your donation too, Courtney, so let's do that. Okay. Next year, Dan, for you, that is going to be a year of integration. So that's going to be a year where there could be struggles, but we're going to learn a lot from next year. So not a bad year, but there could be more obstacles next year for us. Some things that would be harder for us to accomplish, but trust me, when it's over, we're going to feel grateful that we got. I don't feel like they're going to be necessarily hard lessons, but that's what I'm feeling. Hey there, Morningstar. There is a list. If you like and subscribe, I can add you to the list. If you don't like and subscribe, I will just get really mad. I'll get really mad and I throw a tantrum like a little tiny baby child. So let's see what we can do here. All right, then we have that one here. And Courtney, I added you on the list. You're after Amber. So we have Brooklyn, Amber, and Courtney. So I'm going to go to Brooklyn's question here. All right, and then I'll add... You're welcome, Dan. So Morningstar, I've added you here. Okay. Yeah, so the chow cheese, just before I get to Brooklyn's question, the chow cheese has a sweet berry-like taste to it. At least in my opinion, tastes awful. It's sweet. It doesn't taste good. I might need to try alternatives though. I saw Courtney. So right now we have Brooklyn on the paid list. We have Brooklyn, Amber, and Courtney. So that's what we got coming up. So thank you very much, Courtney. And I'll get to your question here in just a second. You had a dog who was a chow chow. She liked cheese a lot. You're very welcome, Morningstar. All right, let's see what we can do here for Brooklyn. I'm going to look at the question one more time. Brooklyn says, why is my person not interested? So let's look at that. Why is your person not interested? Wow, say yes, absolutely. Absolutely. Chancey has evolved. All right, let's do this one more time. One more time. Let's do this. Let's see what we can get for Brooklyn here. Your jokes don't suck. Your jokes do not suck, Lori. Let's do this. Okay, why is your person not interested? I feel like we are, when I see these two cards right here, I feel like we're manifesting things from our past into the future, and there can be a lack of appreciation. So your person not being interested in you could be because we're trying to possibly manifest a relationship from unhealed places, like I was talking about before. If we have dealt with things from, or if we haven't dealt with things from our past, we can attract people that keep triggering those kinds of responses. And sometimes in relationships, we'll end up feeling even more alone than if we were actually alone, because that person can press on those spots that we haven't quite healed yet. So the integration that I talk about on the channel is a huge part of this kind of journey. And the inner child uniting with the adult is going to make it so that we can move past that sort of point, if that makes sense. So I would say if we focus on healing the wounds, if we focus on healing what's there, then we will have kind of come to why that's the case, why we keep attracting the wrong people, or why if someone doesn't appreciate us or they're not interested in us, Once we heal that, then things can start going our way. But we need to know what signs to look for. We need to know what that looks like. But it's possible. It's possible to get there, but we need to be in a mode where we're learning and we're growing as we start this journey, because it doesn't just come to us, right? It doesn't just come to us. We have to learn, we have to grow with it so that we can understand relationships and what functional relationships look like. A lot of us, Brooklyn, I feel like a lot of us view dysfunctional love as normal versions of love because maybe we grew up in a dysfunctional household, and so we view love very differently. But there's actual love out there that is functional, that works for us, and that doesn't involve us trying to get people to accept us. They just do. And eventually, when we've healed enough, we will find people that can just accept us for who we are instead of trying to change us or trying to tell us who we are not. So that's what I see here for you, Brooklyn. Hopefully that makes sense there. Alex, okay, let's do that for you, buddy. You can find it, Brooklyn. You can find it, but you got to be willing to search. That's going to be the one thing. Once we turn this into something we can search for, we can find answers. But I understand people have hard lives, things happen, but there's definitely always ways we can step out of that and into the light. Okay, so let's do this here. Wait a minute. I think I wrote the wrong name down here. Okay, I speak my truth. Are you still there? Awesome. Okay, so let's do this. All right, I speak my truth. Let's see what we can come up with. I'm having a brain fart here. Hold on. What do you need to know? I speak my truth. What does I speak my truth need to know? All right, here we go. Now we have a heart emoji at the end there. So what do I need to know with love from Spirit? Let's see. Let's see what we got here for I speak my truth. Let's see what we got here. Boom, boom, boom. Let's do some shuffling here. Let's do a little bit more, a little bit more, a little bit more shuffling. I'm feeling a little bit of spirit right here. Top of my head's tingling here. Which is interesting because I speak my truth. There's a few people that come on here, and that is indeed some cheese, which I appreciate more than you can imagine. But there's a few people that come on here, and I feel spirit. Oh, and a banana. Okay, gotta keep my potassium levels up, guys. I have to. If I don't, things happen. I sleepwalk and I scream and the whole thing, the whole 9 yards. All right, what does I speak my truth need to know? All right, this is what we need to know for I speak my truth. Let's draw one more card here. All right, in order to get to... Hold on. Nope, that was just a fart. All right, so in order to get to the Sun card, we have to first do these two things. We have 5th Chakra, Archangel Gabriel in reverse, and we have the Strategy card. So, I speak my truth. I feel like we need to speak our truth more, okay? So this is something interesting here. When I see Strategy in reverse, and I see 5th Chakra, Archangel Gabriel in reverse, it's definitely the throat chakra needs to be activated in some way. If the throat chakra is activated, other things can happen for us that can actually move our spiritual abilities or can advance us in some way. I feel like you have a lot of spiritual potential. You really do. And there's a lot of gifts that you have as well. Again, something you should be grateful for. You definitely have some spiritual gifts. But when I see strategy in reverse and 5th chakra, Archangel Gabriel in reverse, maybe we don't know how to harness those gifts, or we don't know how to take them to that next level. Does that make sense? Like, we don't necessarily know what to do to go to the next level, to go from point A to point B. Maybe we're at point A and we want to go to point F. And that too. Absolutely, you need to express yourself more. But the strategy in reverse, that to me is saying we don't necessarily have a plan for how we can advance or what we can do. I feel you're gifted, naturally so, but there's another part here where only natural ability can only take us so far. You still need training at some point, in my opinion. Again, in my opinion, because I feel like depending on the person and how they learn, I feel like a little bit of structured learning with the spiritual world is really good, and then you can go off and you can do your own thing. But I feel like structure is going to help us more than anything. You know, yeah, like I've been talking about, I'm taking a course next year, hopefully. It's a year-long course, should help increase my psychic ability. I feel like I know a little bit about this, but you can always learn more. You can always learn more about the spiritual world and how to go about it. But if you start doing that, if we start looking at this, right, this is going to be really good for you. The Sun card right here is definitely saying that things can go really well for you. Speak your truth, do that. And like what Lori said, share only when others seek out your story. Absolutely. Absolutely. I cannot tell you how many people I've talked to. I've tried to talk to them about any of this kind of stuff. Does not resonate. People look at you like you're nuts. And so people will seek you out. If you're being genuine in your expression, people will come on here and they will seek you out. They will understand that you have a story to tell. They will understand what your story is. But we have to put ourselves in that kind of mode where we're genuinely seeking truth as we go about that. That says 15 under the banana. I should have changed that to 17. Wasn't even thinking, guys, and it was like that yesterday too. Nobody said anything. The banana's cute though. That's a chubby fella right back there. Another thing I'm going to say too is if any of you guys out there are watching this, that's good. If you make videos on your channel about it, that's how you speak your truth, good. That's a good source. Any kind of expressive outlet that you can have is a really good source for you to do that. And in today's age, we can definitely do that. We can be expressive. One thing I'm going to say, just for anyone that's watching this right now, if for any reason, any shape or form, you guys are in a situation and you're getting psychic information, ask the person before you ever do a reading for them. Never go up to somebody and say, hey, did your dog just die? Did your dad just pass? He's with me right now. He's trying to say something to you. That's considered an attack reading. I'm just going to throw that out there. Always ask the person if they are willing and ready to receive messages before you give a message. And don't put them on the spot either. Not necessarily saying that for you, I speak my truth, but I'm saying that just out loud. Attack readings, not cool. So if we're developing these spiritual abilities, you will have moments where you get a spirit that's talking to you, where you get these psychic impressions, and it is absolutely 100% true that you do not approach people unless they want you to. And don't guilt them into saying yes either. That's another thing. I know that because I've done it before. So the best case scenario is the person's cool with it. The worst case scenario is that you've ruined spirituality for that person. So that is something where you're good. I think there's some expression there. There is some mediumistic expression that can happen. You're good, Morningstar. So Morningstar, there is about, and I'm doing the paid readings now, but on the free list there's about 4 people. Cheesy Crisps have been my Lord and Savior already, Todd. I'm the one that's handing out the pamphlets for Cheesy Crisps. So, hey, she's a misfit. You said liked and subscribed. I can put you on the free list here. We're doing the paid readings right now, but we'll jump to the free list as soon as we have free time. See what I did there? Talking about freedom, everyone. So that's something where I just want you guys to know those are called attack readings, and it's the one reason why and maybe some of it was set up, I'm not sure, but the Long Island medium, how she would just go after people and say, did you have a father that passed? Is he in the spirit world? He's telling me these things right now. So I'm telling you, don't do that stuff. Don't. Not cool. Not cool. At least from the way I've learned. That's kind of where I've come from. So let's see here. Courtney, what was your question? Because I'm waiting here and I'm going to see what we got going on. Ask me any and all questions, guys. I will do my very best to answer them. You're very welcome. I speak my truth. You are so welcome, my friend. Thank you for coming on here and again helping to support the channel. I appreciate people that support the channel more than anything. Helps me to keep doing what I'm doing. But if you don't support me, then it hurts me badly. It destroys my soul. I kid a little bit. I'm out of coffee. Probably for the best. Alex, you're after Courtney. You're right after Courtney, my friend. Can't wait for Xmas. Whoop, whoop. Yes. Yes, Xmas is going to be good. It reminds me of all the presents I have yet to wrap. Courtney Cooper, step on down. Maybe you're typing your question now. But Christmas, I'm super excited for. I keep saying it. I have got a mountain of presents to wrap. Yes, a blonde beehive wig would be very good. Also, another name for bees. Another name for bees, I call them honeycomb pilots. And I think that's adorable. Join me in calling them honeycomb pilots. Okay, it reminds me of the food that I'll be getting in my belly. Oh yeah, it's going to be good. Christmas has the best food. Best food. Okay, so Courtney says, would Marquita want a relationship in the future? So let's look at that, Courtney, and let's see what we can come up with here. Let me move this over there. I'm just going to keep it here. Let's do this here. Let's go like this. Let's get these shuffled here. So Courtney is wondering, she says, would Marquita want a relationship in the future? So let's look. I speak my truth, I will not. I have the hardest time wrapping presents. It stresses me out. And I like Harry Potter, and that's what I have in the background. So I'm just going to be looking at that the whole damn time. Whole damn time. Okay, I'm on it, Courtney. I'm on it. What is Ramadan, Lori? And would Marquita want a relationship in the future with Courtney Cooper? Let's look at this. Or let's see what we can do here. Would they want a relationship in the future? And I get these two cards right here. So we get man holding a coin in reverse and door to spirit. Oh, right there. Man holding a coin in reverse and door to spirit. So right here, Courtney, I'm not seeing there's going to be anything in the future. With this, at this point in time, it feels like there's a lot blocking this connection. So I would say, if at all possible, move on to something else, right? That's what I'm seeing here. Maybe you're lagging behind. That might be something that's happening here, because you're asking your question and I was asking for your name. So that's what I'm seeing here, though, Courtney, that I'm not seeing that it's going to be very likely at all for there to be anything in the future. So I would say maybe look elsewhere. Or, yeah. I don't feel like people should wait around for things. If we don't, I mean, time is the one currency in life we do not have an unlimited amount of. In fact, I don't know what currency we do have an unlimited amount of, but you guys can share it with me if you would like to. Gimme. Okay. So, Alex. Okay, Raulidan. Rowlet loaf is a German beef roll extraordinaire. It takes 36 hours to marinate and prepare. Wow, that sounds probably pretty good, I guess. I don't know. What do you need to know, Alex? Let's look at that. What does our friend Alex need to know? So I speak my truth, right? Okay, Roladen. Okay. Probably still saying it wrong. You spell it phonetically for me and I can still say it wrong. I was not a hooked on phonics kid, okay? So I speak my truth. It does not mean that nothing will come of it. It means right now the connection's not strong. It does not mean that in the future there's not going to be anything. Does that make sense? It just means in the moment. In the moment there's nothing. Or there's a little connection, but it's nothing big. So again, doesn't mean that nothing's going to be there, but just got to give it time. Just got to give it time. Hey Nisha, did you like the video? I think you've already subscribed. I can add you to the list here if you did that. All right, Alex, let's see what we got going on here. Like and subscribe to be added to the tribe. The tribe is the free list, people. Get on the free list and I don't get pissed. Now, I have mood swings, so, you know, it's going to happen regardless. Thank you, Nisha. I appreciate that. All right, let's see what we can come up with here for Alex. What does Alex need to know? What does Alex need to know? What does Alex need to know? So this is a really good, I'll draw two cards here. 7th Chakra, Archangel, Uriel, and then we have Indecision in reverse. So, Alex, I feel like you're given signs from Spirit in a subtle way on what to do. Maybe we're waiting for something bigger to come along. Maybe we're waiting for other opportunities to possibly come along. But I feel like what's going on now is good. And I feel the only thing that would make it better is if you listened to that inner voice a little bit more. I feel like there's something at times that you can feel guiding you, or that you can feel is kind of pushing you along a subtle path, like a spiritual path. I would say keep listening to that as much as you can. Don't force anything, but let yourself be in meditation. Ask Spirit to come forth and to help you in your life, because that's what I feel would be something, right? That's what I feel would definitely be something that you would need to do right here, because the indecision part is just you allowing things to happen. Instead of waiting for, instead of making a decision necessarily, or instead of waiting for, how would I put that? Basically with this card here, listen to Spirit, okay? Listen to the subtleties of Spirit, and I'm telling you right now, if you can close your eyes, get yourself in a quiet room, okay? Close your eyes, get yourself in a quiet room, and ask for Spirit to come close. And then see how your body feels from that connection. Give Spirit time to come close to you, but say, I want to connect with you, Spirit. When we start opening up our psychic senses, that's going to be something that can help you moving forward, absolutely. So that's what I'm feeling here. And as weird as it sounds, when we give permission for Spirit to come close and to help us, we're saying, come on, I'm ready for you. Otherwise, I feel like they're kind of in the background and they're just standing by. When we ask for them to come forward and to help us, then they can take an active role in our life instead of a more passive one. But that too takes time to build up a connection and an understanding and trust. Okay? There you go. And again, what Lori said. She is our resident, what would you call it? She's our resident. She got it going on. I couldn't think of it. But she has it going on there, so I agree with that too. Okay. So let's see here. Amber Boone. I think this was Amber Boone. And then there's two more people, and then there's the other Amber. Basically, I speak my truth. I feel like the best thing to do at this point in time, let things be. Let things air out. If something happens naturally at this point in time, let it happen, but don't try to force something to happen. That's basically what we're trying to say here, is that let whatever's going on happen. Okay, Amber's wondering if Lewis is watching her social media. Let's look at this here. We need to do something to recharge then, don't we, Alex? Something to recharge and something to help with that. There you go. Yeah, what Lori said there. Let things happen, guys. Let things happen, because as I've said many times on this channel, what happens when we force a fart? You shit yourself. Okay, we don't want to do that. We want to let things go. We want to let things flow, but not in that way. Not in that way. All right, let's see what we can get for you, Amber. Is Lewis watching Amber's social media? So one card, one question. Let's see what we can get here. A lot of the best things in life come when we're not even trying to get them. I get fourth chakra Archangel Raphael right here. So I'm going to say it like this, okay? I'm going to say that this card, Amber, there's a possibility that he could be watching your social media. Maybe even a strong possibility. But is there any way you can block them or do something like that? Because if that's what's going on, that's what I would say to do, is to block them, move on from there, make it so they can't look at your social media as much as you can. But I feel like there's a possibility, a pretty good possibility they could be. But then there could just be, maybe we're paranoid too about someone watching it. So I'd say maybe 70% yes, they're watching. But the other 30%, I'm feeling like either block them or just, it doesn't matter. Let them watch you succeed, or let them watch your life from afar and show them that you can succeed without them being in your life. That's the ultimate form of revenge, right? You're very welcome, I speak my truth. All right, Tori G, are you still there? If you got haters in your life, let them watch you succeed. That's the ultimate revenge. That's what I've been told. You ate your last banana today. Why does that sound sinister? That sounds like the most sinister thing I've heard. I speak my truth. I ate my last banana today. There shall be no more. No, you're good. You're good, I speak my truth. I had my last orange 3 months ago. Does that mean anything? Oh, hold on. I'm growing hair in a weird place on my body. Okay, it's done. All right. Just being funny. Okay, I hear you. I hear you. I'm that way too. I try. That's it. Tori G, are you there? Are you there? As I've said many a time, come on down, spin the wheel. It's no big deal. Win a prize. I should host a game show. That'd be fun, wouldn't it? It could be called The Host with the Ghosts, and it would just be about mediumship. I think we could do it. And I thought forcing farts was weirdly sinister. You know, forcing farts, depending on how you do it, if you're sitting flat, you don't want to do it. If you're raised up to one side, no problems. Maybe some problems, but a food show wouldn't be bad. A food show wouldn't be bad. I'm picky as hell, though, so it would be like, he's having peanut butter again. You know, there wouldn't be a lot you could talk about on that show. Hate being picky, but I cannot help it. Yep, there's people that make their lives just absolutely there is. Okay, the other Amber, the beautiful disaster Amber. Are you still there? Oop. No, I wouldn't do that either. I wouldn't do the eating thing, but if people can and they're making money, the hell, go for it. Go for it as much as you can, you know? Oh, that's creepy. I don't like that. I freaked myself out just barely, guys. Let it be known. Hemorrhoidal issues. Yes, I will be very careful of hemorrhoidal issues. I will be extremely careful of hemorrhoidal issues in the future. I solemnly swear that that will not happen. Okay, Morningstar, are you still there? If you can sit through all my horrible jokes and you're still alive, welcome to the show that is whatever this is. Okay, will Pierce communicate with me soon? I'm a Sagittarius. I don't know his sign. Let's see if Pierce will communicate with you soon. For those of you watching this, I have strapped a cameraman to a chair against his will. And that's why you're watching this the way it is now. Duct taped his mouth too, so they couldn't talk. That's the face I made. Yes, it is. Absolutely, I speak my truth. I made that very disturbing face. Alright, let's see what we got here. Okay, so Morningstar will Pierce, I don't know what I was going to say there, will Pierce communicate with me soon? Let's look at that. I can almost convince you guys that I can read. Almost. Will Pierce communicate with Morningstar soon? I get deceit in reverse. So I feel like it's not going to be for a minute. So I feel like it's going to be a little while, Morningstar. There could be communication, but I would say really listen to what the communication is about and make sure you're in the proper mindset when the communication does happen. Like being in a positive place, if you feel good with this person's energy, just make sure that that stuff is flowing and before you make any decisions with this person. I do feel they will reach out. It's going to take a minute though. Okay. I feel like Morningstar, there's still going to be silence, but I feel like there will be communication eventually. Hey, that's okay. If someone wants to be silent with you, you be silent with them. You go out and you achieve stuff. I feel like it's going to be longer than days. Maybe weeks, maybe months. But if someone wants to treat you that way, you deserve better anyway. He probably doesn't know what's wrong with him either. But I'm glad you said that. I don't know what's wrong with him. That implies that you know that you're not in the wrong in this situation. So I like that. Empower yourself with that. And like I've been saying, if someone doesn't see your value, screw them. Not that way, but get rid of them. Toss them to the side. Okay, alright, hold on. Alright, so we feel like popping his head off. I can understand that. Please don't. But yeah, I'm gonna be on here, and this may be controversial. I do not condone murder. That's my stance, though. You guys may be pro-murder. I'm not sure. Okay, she's a fit. Are you there? Hopefully, I'm saying that right. She's a fit. She's a misfit. Okay. She's a misfit. Alright. Come on down. She's a misfit. All right, ask your question. She's a misfit. And Morningstar, if a third party is involved, that's one of those situations where, oh well, right? I feel like if someone doesn't see our value in the moment, that's their loss. Again, those are my words, though. Maybe I'm coming off a little too blunt, but a lot of you guys deserve better. Honestly, I truly believe that. Communication, honesty, trust, appreciation, you know, I feel like that's asking for the basics, and a lot of us don't even get that. So I just want us to have higher standards and focus on that. Hopefully that doesn't sound preachy. Hey, Benny. Okay, Shiza says, questioning if I should fight. You're very welcome, Morningstar. Thank you. Thank you for stopping by. Yeah, Benny, you're added to the list. Like the video, and I can do that for you. So, questioning if I should fight what I'm going through alone. I would say if we can work through stuff with friends or family or people that appreciate us, that's going to be the path to take. Sometimes we have the lone wolf path. She's a misfit. Sometimes we have that lone wolf mentality where we feel like it would be better for us to go it alone. But if we have people that care about us, that are with us, I would say don't fight it alone. I'll look at a card for you. I'll pull a card for you. But please, if you feel like you need to reach out or do something that way, and you have people that around you that care and that are there for you, please do reach out. Okay. Let's do this here. Let's do this here. I've taken that mentality. I've been that person that thought I could do everything on my own, and it's not a good path. It's not a fun path to be on. If we can do something about that. So let's see what card you get. You're very welcome. Let's look at the card, though. Okay, there we go. Thinking woman. This one's upright, right here. We're thinking maybe we want to ask for help, maybe we don't. If people are around us that care, please reach out to them. The thinking woman is here to say that I feel like you can get through things. You could get through it alone, but why? Why get through it alone if you have people around you that care and that can help you? I'm feeling like that's a good card to have. Don't think about it. Ask people. Maybe start opening up a dialogue if you feel safe and like you can do that with people. Yeah. I just don't want you to feel like you need to go through something alone when you don't have to. Here's a thought. When you have to fight, you really don't. You really don't. Other options are there in which to deal with issues. Yeah, there is. There's other options. Okay, so Nisha P, are you there? I chose to never fight cancer. I dealt with it. Yes, yes. And there's a saying that goes like this. Mother Teresa said something once. She said, ask your question, Nisha. Mother Teresa said something once where she said, I will never go to a, what was it? I will never go to an anti-war rally. But if you have a pro-peace rally, or if you have a peace rally, that's something that I will join. Because saying that you're anti-this or you're anti-that is actually bringing in the energy that you're against, for you to fight against, if that makes any sense. When we fight cancer, you're stressing the body. You're doing something where the body is stressed. When we deal with it and we flow with it, then we can start to heal it. Okay. Let's see, Nisha, let's see. Did Nisha get passing marks to qualify? Let's look here. Did Nisha get passing marks to qualify? Did Nisha get passing marks to qualify? Let's look and see. Door to Romance in reverse. So, if I'm looking at this one, because it looks, when I see this, Door to Romance in reverse, the door could be closing. Hopefully I'm wrong with this, but maybe it might be a better luck next time kind of situation, Nisha. It's necessary that you clear that paper. Hopefully I'm wrong with what I got here, but from this card that I'm getting, I'm feeling like it might be something that maybe we do next time, or maybe something goes there. I'm hoping I'm wrong, though. In this situation, I do want you to pass, but the cards are saying here it's not looking likely at this point in time. All right. Benny M., are you there? I mean, you just barely came in here and asked, so. You're welcome, Nisha. Again, hopefully I'm wrong. Hopefully that's something that you do okay with. I'm wishing you the best, okay? I'm just going to tell you what I get in the cards, but there are a lot of situations in which I hope I'm wrong. All right, Benny M. Hey, Quirky Giraffe, how you doing, buddy? Like the video. I'm pretty sure you're already subscribed. Yeah, just like the video, Quirky Giraffe, and I can put you on the free reading list. Well, Quirky Giraffe, you're kind of in luck because the line isn't that long. So, you're a girl, though. Did I say he? If so, I meant to say he. I'm laughing. A wild giraffe rig appeared. Yes, they did. All right, so Benny M. One more time here. Benny M., are you there? You just barely came in here. Maybe you took off thinking it would be a minute. It's not. It's now. Okay. Awesome. There we go. Benny M's here. Perfect. All right, Benny M., what is your question? Will V change towards me? Thanks. Let's look at that. Will V change towards Benny M? I'm a very rare giraffe species. Yes. You're the giraffe that you have the body of a horse, like a regular horse, but a very, very long neck. But it's like a really short body, but then the neck is very long. And then you got like bull horns at the top. And then a fish's tail. That's what I'm thinking here. That's kind of what I'm seeing. Will V change towards me? Let's look at that. Oh, and you're striped too, Quirky Giraffe. You have stripes. Yeah, you heard it here first. You are the chimera of the species. You are an amalgamation of a bunch of different things. That's what makes you quirky. All right, let's do this here. Will V change towards you? So Benny M, I get journey in reverse, and so at this point in time, I'm not thinking so. I'm not thinking there's going to be anything that happens there at this point in time. Journey in reverse to me is a standstill. Things are going to stay still for a while, or just not be progressing. Okay, Quirky Giraffe, what is your question? You weird animal, you. What is your question? I was about to say I have a mutated gene which makes you encode for enzymes that makes you very hungry for salty foods. Well, I have a pair of genes that doesn't fit me anymore, so I can relate. They're not mutated genes, but they've been through the wash a few too many times. A little pale, if you know what I mean. All right, Quirky Giraffe, ask your question, and we can move on to the next steps here. Can you do a reading on my starseed origin? If that's something you want to do, we could do that, but I would do a reading that would be a paid reading. This is like a yes or no question. So if we take that as a question, yes, I can do your question. Okay, let's move on to the next person. No, I'm just kidding. Can you ask a yes or no question, Quirky Giraffe, instead? Something that you're wondering about, yes or no? Starseed origin, I could do that, but you would book a reading through my website, or you would pay for a reading here, and then we could look into that for you. But the yes or no is what we're kind of sticking with now. Am I Arctuarian? Let's see. Is Quirky Giraffe Arctuarian? Hopefully I'm saying that right. Let's see that. Is Quirky Giraffe... Shuffle a couple more times here. Arctuarian. Hold on. Gotta do this here. There we go. Truarian. Hey, TokaFan41. If you want, please like and subscribe, and we can look that up for you. That's what it sounded like to me, but we're going to look and see. I'll be right back, you guys. I got to do something really quick, but I'm coming right back. Thank you so much, TokaFan. I appreciate that very much. You're on the list. You're after Quirky Giraffe, who we're reading right now. So any of you that are watching this, yeah. Let's look at this. Hold on. I'll be right back. just came back to say I'm leaving again. All right, everyone, I'm here. There's been a lot going on here. Let's look. Hey, Helen Bailey, if you would like, can you like and subscribe? And I can put you on the list. Just, yeah, like and subscribe. I can put you on the list here. Okay, so someone said, oh, Miriam's on here. Is Miriam your girlfriend? Easy417? Is that the person you said was on here before that was your girlfriend? Can't remember. Maybe I'm completely off topic. Giraffes only need 2 hours of sleep. However, I only need 2 hours to be awake. Don't work harder, work smarter, guys. Okay. All right. I got you. I got you two linked together now. Let's look. Quirky Giraffe, we will see here. Are you an Arctuarian? Let's see. Lori is saying no. Let's see what the cards say here. Virgo's here, yes. Arcturarian. Terrarian, yeah. I wish you guys had a phone thing you could talk to me through and say what it is instead of spelling it out. Even sometimes I don't get it. I don't know what that means, the thing that they're asking. But let's see here. Are they indeed the thing they are asking about? Let's look. Yeah, Toka fan, you're next. Well, I got this for you, Quirky Giraffe. I get carrying connections. So I'm going to say there could be a possibility, but I feel like there could be a possibility. I honestly feel like it could go either way. When it comes to starseed signs and stuff like that, or starseed origins and things like that, you know, I mean, we're human now, right? I guess knowing the backstory would be helpful, but for me, it's kind of hard for me to understand that. I don't know. I guess for me, it's if it makes sense to you, it makes sense to you. But I've never really resonated with it. That means Pleiadian. Well, you don't want to be that. You don't want to. No, Pleiadians. That's the worst thing you can. What the hell? Either way, whether you're a comedian or a whatever, we're humans now, right? And I feel like we should embrace that a little bit. Okay, so let's do this here. Tokafan 41. Otherworldly in mindset, perhaps. Yes. So Tokafan, ask your question. And I take it you're a fan of Token. On the 420. I'm not sure, but maybe. Okay, Arcturus is a red giant star in the northern hemisphere of Earth's sky and the brightest star in the constellation, the Herdsman. Pleiadians are bad? No, Quirky Giraffe, honestly, when it comes to that kind of stuff, I'm not your guy. You know, I'm not the person that would be the best at that necessarily. If we were looking into it more psychically, maybe I could find stuff out, but it's not necessarily my area of expertise, right? Not necessarily my area of expertise, but yeah. So, let's see. Is my friend T enjoying his new job? Let's look at that. Is your friend T enjoying their new job? And I also feel like defining, if in fact, right, we're talking about this, defining a whole civilization or a whole other planetary thing as being good or bad. Do you know what I mean? If we find that define something else as being completely good or completely bad, I feel like we're missing the point. There's several shades of gray. I feel like there isn't just good or bad or this or that. I do feel there's several different ways that life can happen. Let me do this here. Quirky. I'm trying to see here. Hopefully, Quirky, you're being nice to my mod there, buddy. I'm hoping. We're all just trying to be helpful here. Okay, so let's look and see if your friend T is having a good time at their job. Let's see here. All right. I do agree with that. I do agree with that, what Lori says. From what I understand, humans are the low thing on the totem pole. And yeah, I don't think we have anything close to the full picture. And who knows what someone says, if the Pleiadians or these things too, who knows? Who knows? The only reason we probably know that these things exist in the first place is because someone said them or read it from a book or said that this happened in history, but all of it is hearsay. All of it is hearsay until we've experienced it ourselves, and I don't think most of us will have contact in that way. I think there's stuff out there, don't get me wrong, I do think there's things out there, definitely. Do ancient aliens exist? Chance theories say yes, okay? But that's, I feel like it's neither here nor there. It's kind of like, it's interesting to think about, but if we try to define it, you know, as being this or that, at least to me, it doesn't make a ton of sense. Let's see if your friend is having a good time at their job. Yeah, that's what I was saying too, Lori. That wasn't very nice for Quirky Giraffe to say that. Angel of Strength in reverse, right here, is what I'm seeing for Toka. Your, let me do this here. Where's it going here, Toka? Where are you? Quirky, buddy. Keep it good, my friend, okay? She said she feels like it's delusional ways of thinking, not that you were delusional. I just wanted to be civil here. Okay. Your friend T. Alright, so I get Angel of Strength in reverse. Okay, so when I see Angel of Strength in reverse, it's making me think like it could be a little... Your friend could be going through some difficult times. But I feel like they can get over these difficult times, but I do feel like there is some difficulty going on here. So that's something that I would feel would be worth looking into. If you can reach out to your friend and talk to them, maybe there's some difficulties, I'm not sure, but that's kind of what I'm feeling. There could be some difficulties, they'll get through it, but they could just be going through some difficult times right now. So maybe just getting used to it, learning about it, stuff like that, that's something that I could see. It's definitely something that I could see. Okay, let me see what we got here. Alrighty. Okay, so anyone else watching now that wants to ask a question, because right now the list is free, so if you guys have a question, if you've already asked, I'll say, you know, don't ask again right here, but you're very welcome, Toka. Hopefully if you can, reach out to them. If you can't, I can understand that too, but I feel like maybe they're just getting used to it. Maybe they're just trying to learn the ropes, and that might be a little difficult, but I think they got it. I do. Okay. Alrighty. Okay, so let's see here. Let's write this down here. Okay, so anyone else watching right now that wants to do a reading? If not, we can kind of just talk about psychic ability and where I feel like that sort of fits into, well, spirituality. That seems to be the bread and butter, the thing I enjoy talking about, so let's do this here. Okay, so EZ417. When someone does a tarot reading about something personal to the reader, isn't it possible to unconsciously influence the cards? It is. It is. There's actually, there's a lot that goes into being a reader and being a psychic, and one of those things is to try and not be as biased as possible, but we're still human at the end of the day, so yes, depending on what's going on, I offer an explanation on my channel, basically that goes something like this. Let's say that you're talking to a tarot reader or a psychic, and they say that the color red is bad, right? And then someone has this incredible dream, and the prominent color in that dream, the prominent feeling of the dream was like this red color that kind of went into everything. But they had a really good dream, okay? The psychic would then see that dream as being negative because they have been colored, you know, by a perception that the color red is evil or bad. And so they would tell the other person that what they experienced was actually very negative. And so there can be unconscious biases that definitely affect how we see these cards and what we do there. In Tom Campbell's book, My Theory of Everything. Hey, Tree. So Tom Campbell is someone who helped establish the binaural beats. And that's something that I see here as being, let me do this here. Tom Campbell established binaural beats. He was one of the people that helped develop binaural beats. He made a book, okay? And did you like and subscribe, Helen? Okay. All right, so like I was saying, Tom Campbell has a book, and he talks about astral projection. He used to be a NASA physicist, and he had a book that came out, and he talked about biases and how the one thing that humans need to learn more than anything is for us to not have biases when we're doing readings. That's going to make it so we can read for people. Not having an interpretation of this being good or bad is going to help us moving forward, because humans like to label things as good or bad. Humans like to label things as this or that. But ultimately, it's not. It's neither of those things, because my idea of good may be different from your idea of good. Does that make my idea of good bad? Or does that make your idea of good bad? I don't think so. But as soon as we put something into a category of being good or bad or this or that, it can no longer evolve past that category. So we've labeled it, we've defined it, and we've ruined it. Because humans like to have categories for things, but ultimately that can ruin how we see things. Especially in the spiritual realm, we cannot define things, in my opinion, as being ultimately this or ultimately that. Okay, even the worst things that have ever happened in human history, in my opinion, they were meant for us to learn something from it. They weren't something that was just supposed to be evil and that was it and that's the end. There's things that can be learned from all experiences. And that's all we're doing here on this earth anyways. We're gaining experiences. That's kind of how the earth pays us. We're on the earth, and the rent that the earth pays us here is going to be that we have these experiences. And the universe, again, in my opinion, it wants to experience itself through as many different lenses and possibilities as possible, and that's why each and every single one of us is different. We're the universe in disguise to each other, okay? And if you take the word universe, you have you and I verse, right? And so the word you, or the letter U, the and I, so I say it like you and I verse, you and I sing, you and I harmonize. That's how I would view it when we're talking about this. So it takes that kind of effect here for me to say, just don't define things as much as we can. Quirky giraffe, it can be that way. Tarot is definitely used through that, but the tarot reader is seeing something necessarily through their lens, but you don't want to have biases. But yes, the tarot can, the tarot reader usually is coloring the cards in some way, but you just don't want to have those unfounded biases, if that makes sense. Like I said, the color red being evil, or a spider being evil, or a scorpion being evil. If someone has a dream of any of these things, they're not evil. They are part of the natural world. It depends on how they felt in the dream. It depends on what was going on in the dream. And even then, it's not evil. It's an experience, right? Just like light is to darkness. You know, there's this good and bad kind of mentality too, but light and darkness both exist for a reason. I don't view darkness as evil, but I don't view light as inherently super good either. I view there's this middle ground, and humans want to excel either to the very top or down to the lowest rung, but there is so many more things there. There's so many more things there. And that's kind of the point. So I may be a tarot reader, and when I see something coming up in my peripheral, my field of view, right, I'll say what I see. I'll say what I get. But another tarot reader that you go to and ask the same question to, they may read it completely differently, and guess what? Both possibilities, they are quantum, both possibilities in that moment can be correct. Okay, it's like, what is it called? Schrodinger's cat, right? Is it alive or is it dead? If it's under the box, we don't know until we lift the box up. We have no idea if that cat's alive or if that cat's dead. So that's something that I feel is very important for us to look at. If something is hidden from us, the possibilities are endless. As soon as something has revealed itself to us, it can be somewhat defined, but still there's possibilities. Everything has a potentiality for limitless expression, but humans like to define things and limit that expression. Okay, guys. Lori, Quirky Giraffe, let's have this be something here. I want everyone to get along. I want everyone to get along. Thank you, Lori, for saying that. I appreciate that. And we can all work together here on the channel and make it so that it's a comfortable, safe place, right, guys? I understand things can be said, things can be taken this way or that way, but please, let's keep it civil. If you guys have anything to say, direct it towards me, right? I want to keep this channel very, very kind of a safe space. All right. I'm working on it here, Rada. Don't worry. Don't worry. I won't let this channel change into anything but a positive space for people, so. I understand we can get heated, we can have opinions. I do understand that, but let's keep it civil in here. There we go. All right. Thank you. Thank you. Good night, Rada. I just want everyone to get along here, okay? Because that's what this place is. It's supposed to be a safe space. So, okay. Easy. Did you have any other questions going into this? Because if I can help you or Miriam or something in any way, I don't have all the answers, but I feel like I understand it a little bit. I feel like I understand it a little bit better than the average Joe. So I want to see what we can do here. You guys have any questions on spirituality, anything like that, please ask them. Those are the questions I like. Not at this time, thanks. You're good, Easy. All right, so then let's talk about this. Can we talk about empaths feeling physically attacked and blaming? Let's see. Empaths feeling physically attacked and blaming others for it. What do you mean? Do you mean like an invasion of space, Quirky Giraffe? Oh, what do I think about... Okay, that's what you mean. Okay. Psychically. Okay, I was reading that wrong. Sorry. Okay. Those two words I get mixed up. Not... Anyway. What do I think about psychic attacks? Well, I do think there's something to be said for it. I myself have had some interesting... I've had some interesting experiences. That's why when I'm done on here, I sage. I sage usually after I'm done because people can take on energies, and sometimes those energies can express themselves in really unusual ways. We can have psychic attacks. At least in my opinion, I do believe there's something to be said for that. That's, again, when I'm done with these readings, if I've done a lot of readings or if I've done energy work, I do sage after, and I make sure that it's a safe space. I feel like you can also be a match. Hold on, okay. You can also be a match to an energetic attack if you're only. Let me see. I feel like you can also be a match to an energetic attack if you're in that vibration and you only experience it if the universe wants to teach you something. Also equals only. Okay. Yeah, there's definitely places where we can learn for sure when it comes to these attacks. Absolutely. There's absolutely places that we can learn for sure. Mina, I can add you to the list just like and subscribe if you wouldn't mind. Okay. Alrighty, so that's something that I feel like, yeah, if we're meant to learn a lesson, I feel like we will. And these supposed attacks can swiftly be dismissed almost in an instant. Thank you, Mina. I appreciate that, my friend. You're on the list here. Okay, so Helen, are you there in the chat still? I kind of got carried away. Hopefully you're still in the chat, Helen. If you're not, I am sorry. I did get a little carried away there. There's definitely some energies that go on. Absolutely quirky. Absolutely, it can blow your mind. There's a lot of energy. There's a lot to this, and mirroring is definitely part of it. Iceman, how you doing, buddy? Okay, Mina, would you mind asking your question? You're up here. Let's do this. Give me your question, Mina, and whoever's watching this now, if you guys like and subscribe, I can add you to the list. But you got to tell me that you liked and subscribed. Yeah, the psychic attacks, that's something I've experienced myself, so that's something I definitely do. As long as you're safe and you're careful and you sage and stuff like that, I think everything's good, but I do recommend saging pretty regularly. Okay, so Amina says, what are Fahad's current thoughts, feelings, and future for you? Okay, thank you, Iceman. I'm adding you to the list, buddy. Thank you. All right, what are Fahad's current thoughts, feelings, and future actions towards me? All right, let's look at that. So we're reading Mina, and then Iceman is coming up. So let's read Mina here. Easy 417, readings for future events, in my opinion, they're quantumly based, meaning that they haven't happened on our linear timeline yet, and so they're yet to be determined. Some psychics will be able to see the true situation of it, others won't, and you kind of won't know until time has passed, or you look at their track record. But a lot of times there can just be misperceptions, I guess is what you would call it. Misconceptions, misperceptions, something like that. For instance, will I get a raise at work? You read the cards and it says you'll get a raise at work. Right. This is one reason right here. The cards can be an excellent tool. I'm going to look at this though for Mina, and then I can talk about this. For instance, will I get a raise at work? You read the cards and said, okay. I'll get to your question, Easy 417, if here in a second. Let's see what Fahad's feelings are for Mina. It's more complicated. There's a lot of steps to it. But psychic information, that's one of the reasons why, if you can do psychic information, which I'm able to do somewhat some of the time, I'm still learning, but if you can do psychic information, that's going to help you with your reading, because psychic information can validate evidence for the person. And when there's something that validates evidence for the person, it's more likely that will be the right reading. But it takes time. All of this takes practice. Okay. How do they feel towards me now? Let's look. Alrighty. Let's do this here. So we have indecision right here. So this card right here, the indecision card, well, it's just that. So you said, what are Fahad's current thoughts, feelings, and future action towards you? Right now, it looks like it's at a standstill. So I'm going to say right now, there's not a lot going on, right? At least that's what I'm seeing in this card. So I would say the energies are at a standstill, and not a lot's going to be moving necessarily. Hey, Sydney, if you want to like and subscribe, I can add you to the list. So I'm thinking it's still going to be separation and no contact here, Mina, at least for the next little while. Yeah, like and subscribe, Sydney, and then tell me that you liked and subscribed, and I can put you on the list here, my friend. Okay, Iceman, what is your question? Hopefully you're still there, Iceman. Okay. I liked and subscribed. Awesome. Thank you, Sydney. I appreciate that. Okay, Iceman, are you still there? Awesome. Okay. What is your question, my friend? Oh, you're good. You're good, Iceman. Sorry. You're good. Type your question. Sometimes I call people's names and they don't answer, and so if I seem a little impatient, that's my fault. I'm sorry. Type your question. Let's look here, Iceman. Let's look here and see what we can see. Can I get a reading on the girl I recently matched with online? We're texting now, but what do you see between us? Casual or anything? Let's look. What is the girl feeling towards Iceman? As of now, let's see what that looks like. This is good. Man holding a heart. So man holding a heart, this is a good card to have here, where I feel like there could definitely be a connection here. I would say keep things light, keep things friendly. If it feels like it's organically, as long as it's not Lava Girl, you'll be fine. Yeah, Todd, man, he's got a point. Yes, Melissa, the free list is open. Just like and subscribe, and I can put you on the free list. But yeah, right here, this seems to me like to be a really good card. Keep things light, keep things interesting and fresh, and don't push too hard. Not saying that you are, but let things organically happen and unfold in due time and course. And I feel like it will be a good situation. And of course, Todd's here to break up the reading here, so I do appreciate that. So yeah, like and subscribe, Melissa, or whoever else is watching. Tell me that you've liked and subscribed, and I can put you guys on the list here, the free list. Okay, Sydney. Awesome, thanks, Melissa. So you've already, okay. Alrighty. And if you're already subscribed, just like the video, and then we can do it that way too. You're very welcome, Iceman. Very, very welcome. Okay. So, let's see. Sydney, are you still there? You're okay, Sydney. You're all right. Take your time. Let's see what we can come up here with. All right, Melissa. Okay. We can look at that question for you. Have you, I'll look at the question for you, Melissa, but have you asked them how they feel? What is my current energy in my love life? Sydney is wondering, what is the current energy in her love life? Let's look at that. So Sydney and then Melissa is next. Sometimes, though, it's hard to get a straight answer from men, isn't it? You ask them a question and it seems like they have the political way of avoiding it. Circle talking and all that nonsense. But let's look at this for Sydney. What's going on with Sydney? Okay, let's do this here. One more shuffle. He seems kind of supportive. Okay. Well, at least there's some sort of support. Let's look, though. So, Sydney, what is my current energy in my love life? Let's see what we get for Sydney. We get, well, that's good. We get happy family. Rivera, how you doing? Happy family for Sydney. So your current energy seems to be harmonious, or it seems that it will be harmonious. Is that right? It seems that it will be. That sounds weird. It feels that it will be more harmonious in the future if it's not harmonious now, but I feel like we're integrating, we're doing stuff that way. Yeah, it is best to ask somebody if you can. But I understand. There's this thing where guys don't say how they really feel about something. Rivera, yeah, we can add you to the list. You're after Melissa. Just like and subscribe. I think you're already subscribed, so if you could just like the video, that would help out. So let me look here and let's do this. I'll add you here on the list. Yeah, you can, J.A. Okay. Thank you, J.A. I was thinking you were already subscribed, but I appreciate you liking it. You're welcome, Sydney. Okay, Melissa. Let's see, where are you at here? There you go. All right, so Melissa, let's look at what we can get here. But I'm going to say this right now. Sit your boyfriend down, tie him to a chair, and then ask him point blank what he thinks of it. If he tries to squirm out, don't let him go until he tells you. There's about 2 people ahead of you, Jay. It should be a shorter wait this time, unless someone comes in and pays. Alrighty. Let's see what we can get for you, Melissa. Let's see. How does Melissa's boyfriend feel about her opening a gem shop? Which, by the way, I'd be ecstatic about. Just Melissa's ahead of you, Rivera. So right after Melissa, who I'm reading now, we can jump to your question. All right. One more shuffle for Melissa. How are they feeling about the gem shop? Let's look. So I get this right here. You're welcome, Rivera. I get Archangel Michael in reverse. So this one here, I'm feeling like on the surface they may feel like it's okay. You said they're feeling kind of supportive. Again, I would ask them point blank. I would ask them point blank what they think of it. When I see this card here, I feel like they're withholding something, or they're not necessarily saying the full story. This card here to me feels like I'm wondering if it'll be successful and if this person could feel emasculated. That could be something that I could see with this card. I'm not sure. Sometimes women with ambition scare men. Okay, they scare the lesser men. And so if that's what's going on, not saying it is necessarily, but that could be something here where I would really say, Melissa, just ask him outright, because this card here is telling me that maybe he's got something to say about it. And maybe you should know about it now rather than finding out about it in the future. Okay, so Rivera, are you there? You feel the same way? Okay. Yeah, I mean, honestly, he is your boyfriend, so ask him. I would hope you could do that. I would hope that would be something you could do in a relationship. But if he's being withholding or if he's doing something that way, completely understand. A lot of men can be closed off. And then you're like, what are they thinking? What are they doing? Is my kid's dad bringing a female around the house? Let's look here. I hope Quirky and Lori, I hope we don't argue over semantics now, regardless if it's mirror or if it's not. I'm really hoping it doesn't turn into something weird. Whatever we call it, regardless of whatever, we're all having an experience of life. And if we label it as this or that, again, doesn't really make a lot of sense either way, in my opinion. So please keep it good, guys. Hey, Peace and if you want to like the video and subscribe, and we can do that here. Hold on. Well, yeah, J.A., you can post your question. You can post your question. Thank you for asking before posting it. Hey, I'm going to call you Zamadio. Yes, I can give you a free reading here. One card, one question. Just like and subscribe on the video. Let's see. Okay. Okay, let me add you here. Mariah Elizabeth. Okay, I can remember that. Mariah. I understand, guys. Both Lori and Quirky Giraffe. When we're talking about spiritual things, we see things one way, they can be another way. There's a lot that goes on to this, a lot of psychology, a lot of this kind of stuff. But ultimately, at the end of the day, I feel like all of us have a little bit of the truth. A little bit. I don't think we have it all figured out. I don't think any one person has it all figured out. But I think there's a little bit. And as long as we respect each other, that's all I care about. Because I won't tolerate criticism and stuff like that if it is not going to be. Yeah, I just want this to be a happy, fun place most of the time. Okay. Because we do cover some heavy topics on this channel from time to time, and other than that, I want it to be uplifting. Are they bringing a female around the house? Let's look at that. JA, I'm doing the other question. You gotta wait, buddy. Remember, we talked about this. Okay? I said you can post your question. I didn't say I was gonna answer it right away, so you gotta wait. Okay. It's getting a little too drama-filled in here for me. Really? Hey, Lori, I'm going to take you off being moderator. That's not right. How do I do that? Quirky Giraffe, if you're still there, you can come back here in a second. I don't know how to undo that. Okay. Let's see if we can see what we can see here for you, Rivera. One more shuffle here. So I get hostilities in reverse. So I'm thinking this might be a good card here. Because I feel like maybe there isn't anyone coming around the house, if that's what you're hoping for. So I'm not thinking there's anyone coming around the house. You're welcome, Rivera. Okay, JA, you don't have to type your question again. I got it here. So let's see what we can do. Let's see. Where was it? It's right here. Is Jay okay? An admission in Maharani College in Jaipur, Rajasthan, India. At this point, Rivera, what I'm seeing with the cards is I do feel like it could be in your head. Give it some time and see what's going on here. But I would definitely make sure before we accuse anyone. Yeah, I feel like it's a no. I do feel like it's a no. Okay. I don't know if I can. No, I can't do anything. So let's look at this for you, JA, and see what we can do here. You're welcome, Rivera. You did, Tori G, but I can put you back on the list here. There's not too many people. There's not too many people in line, so we can do that. Okay. So we've got, I've got JA, and then P. Sand, and then Maria Elizabeth, and then Tori G. It will be your turn. Okay. Awesome, Tori. I would say wait there. Just be patient. These are the free readings, and so I usually don't take too long. So pop a squat and wait for a minute and see what we can come up with here. And Quirky Giraffe, hopefully you come back here in a second and can join us here. I think you're almost out of the timeout. Okay, so let's do this, and let's see what we can do. For JA, I'm doing a card pull here, my friend, so when it comes to location, I'm not quite sure how I can help you there, but I guess we'll see. Man holding a heart in reverse for this, so I would say hopefully it's one of those options. I'm not really sure. We're not doing a psychic reading here, and I usually do yes or no questions, so take this as you will. You didn't have to wait in line that long for this anyway, and it was free. So I'm going to say this right here: man holding a heart in reverse. Hopefully you go to the one you want to go to. Maybe that won't happen. Maybe a secondary option will be available. But that's what I'm seeing here for you: man holding a heart in reverse. So hopefully something happens for you, JA. But it might not be your first option. Okay. P. Sand, are you still there? Awesome, Quirky. Okay. Yeah, Quirky, I'm on your side for this one. I feel like it's not really working out. So she's no longer a mod. Yeah, that got a little too heated. I want this channel to be a safe space, and I didn't appreciate where it was going. Regardless, it does not matter either way. In my opinion, as long as we're respectful with each other. Yeah, if you can like and subscribe, let's see, what's your name? Kashish. If you can like and subscribe, we can do that. Okay, so P. Sand, you're wondering, will Danny text you back? Let's look at that. All right, will Danny text you back? One more shuffle here. Thank you, what would you say that? Kashish, thank you, Kashish. You're added on the list, my friend. You are about 3 people down, okay? So you won't have to wait too long. Okay, so we have got... let's see. I'm going to look at that question again. Will Danny text you back? Let's look at that, P. Sand. Let's see. Will Danny text P. Sand back? Danny text P. Sand back. Okay, so I'm seeing this card right here, P. Sand. So patience. I feel like if you're patient, something will happen. I mean, the card says it all, right? You don't even need me here. You can just see the card. So patience is going to be what you need in this situation. Give it time. Let's see what happens. Okay, thank you. Thank you very much, Maria Elizabeth. And so I do feel like they can text you back. Going to take some time, though. Maria Elizabeth, what was your question? Awesome. Awesome, P. Sand. Perfect. That's a good way to be in general anyway, I think, just to be patient. JA, I gave you your reading, buddy. I do yes or no questions. Generally, you're asking for more of a psychic reading, and I do charge for those. This is like yes or no questions. You gave me 3 options. I feel like it's going to not be the first choice that you pick. It might be the second choice that you pick, but that's what I'm thinking. Okay, Maria Elizabeth, let's do that. Okay. I got it. I got your question, Maria. Let's see what we can find for you, okay? What does Amen think of you? Okay, I got your question. No need to type it again. Let's see what we got here. What does Amen think of you? And we got Magician in the Mirror. Yes, J.A., I did. As I said before, I do not think it's going to be the first option. I feel like it's going to be the second option. That's what we're going to be talking about. Not the first option, but the second option is probably going to be what you've got. I generally don't do pick a location card readings. I do yes or no card readings. So I didn't go into the psychic world with that as much. But I do feel like, you know, just give it some time, okay? And see what goes on there. But I'm feeling like it won't be your first option. It will be your second option. I did do your reading, okay? If you need to go back and find it, go back and find it. The card I pulled was Man with a Broken Heart, or Man with a Heart in Reverse. So if you want to go back and look at that, you can. Okay. So let's do this here. What does Amen think of Maria Elizabeth? What does Amen think of Maria Elizabeth? And then Tori, what's your question? What does Amen think of Maria Elizabeth? Let's look here. I get the thinking man right here. I'm feeling like there can be energy here where it's like maybe there's hot and cold would be what I would think. But when I see the thinking man right here as well, I'm feeling like this could be a situation where there could just be miscommunication or misdirection in this. So I feel like they think of you, but I don't feel like there's necessarily emotions attached to it. It feels like there's just thinking. So I feel like they think of you in a logical way, not in an emotional way. So it depends on if you want to have that connection or not. So it doesn't feel like a romantic connection. It feels more dialed back, maybe an acquaintance or a friendship. That's kind of what I'm feeling there for you, Maria Elizabeth. Okay, Tori, are you there? Oh, that fell to the ground. Hopefully you're still there, Tori G, because we're up on you. It took me a second, but I think we can get to you now. You're welcome, Maria Elizabeth. Thanks for stopping by the channel, my friend. Tori G, are you there? Okay, Kashish, are you there? Okay, can I get an NDA through NDA? One. Okay, can you get through the examination? Let's look at that. Awesome, I got you, buddy. Can we get through the examination? NDA examination. Let's look. Can you get through the NDA examination? Can you get through the NDA examination? do one more shuffle here. Quirky Giraffe, are you still there? Okay, can we get through the NDA examination? Kashish. I get the door to value, so I feel like, yes, you can get through it. Dedicate yourself to it. Don't get distracted, and let that be something. Okay? I feel like that's going to be good. Oh no, this one wasn't for you. I was just going to say on an aside, I am sorry about that, how that happened. That got out of hand, and I just wanted to apologize for that. You're very welcome. Well, yeah, I understand, Quirky Giraffe, and you're very kind to say that. I just wanted to let you know that that won't be, that as long as I'm here, that's not going to be happening again. This should be a forum of discussion, not of, non-discussion. So I feel like that's kind of where I want to keep it. People can have differing opinions, and it's okay. And yeah, I'll make sure it doesn't happen again as much as I can. Okay, so you're welcome, Quirky Giraffe. I should have, yeah, I should have said something before, but it was a situation where, anyway, again, I'm sorry. And hopefully we can move through that together. You seem like a nice enough person, and you seem like you have knowledge of the spiritual world, at least from my understanding, right? You use the term superconscious, which that's one of my favorite buzzwords as of late. So I did a presentation. I have a PowerPoint presentation on mediumship and the superconscious mind. That's kind of where mediumship happens. And so it's really, really fascinating. I'll have to go over that one of these days, bring up the slideshow. I did a couple classes last year, and I taught mediumship and psychic ability, even though I myself am no master medium in any way. Not that you can master it, but I taught the basics, and so I feel like that's a good place to start. But the superconscious mind is very fascinating. You take the subconscious, the conscious mind, put them together, you get the superconscious mind, at least from my understanding of it. Kind of integrating everything into an open state, making the subconscious conscious, and not having necessarily a hidden world as much, integrating the shadow and all that. So, yeah. It's interesting stuff, though. Have you looked into mediumship at all, Quirky Giraffe? Or QG, I suppose we could call you? Maybe you want to do hypnosis or regression therapy. I was looking at that. Let's see. It was a few months ago. I don't know if you're in the United States or not, but the thing that happened, the thing that I was looking at a few months ago was this. You've done tarot. I figured you've done tarot the way you were talking. Sometimes you would get visions. That's awesome too. That's awesome. I was going to say the regression course, if you're in the United States, there's one. Okay, you're from Europe. Okay. I still think you can take the one class. There's regression hypnosis therapy. I can't remember what the website was, but you could be a certified instructor, and it was like it was expensive. It was like $3,000, but then you would get classes and people to practice on, and you could be certified at the end. And it was like was it a 6 or 7 month program, or was it a 2-year? Anyway, I thought it was interesting, so I've been looking into that a little bit. Dolores Cannon, I think. I'm not sure. I'm not sure if it's the one I was looking at. Yeah. What's the OMG? She has certifications, I think. That might be the way to go. Being certified would definitely help because, well, you're really diving into the deep parts of people's minds, and so I think certification would give people an added layer of security. I'd say try it out, I mean, if you can. If it's something you're interested in, I feel like that would be a good thing. And if you can set up an environment for people, that would be good too. It's all about setting up a safe space for people to feel comfortable and then letting them grow from there, from what I understand, right? Yeah, so I mean, there's lots of ways that can evolve. The hypnosis, though, is very interesting. Again, I'm going to need to look more into it. I remember it was expensive, and I'm wanting to do next year. I'm going to be taking a psychic course. It's like a year-long psychic study program, 7 hours a week of just learning different psychic abilities, practicing. But that's where my money's going. And then maybe I'll do hypnotherapy, because I feel like the regression stuff is fascinating. I do. Maybe for me that feels a little more intimidating than learning psychic ability in a way. It probably isn't, but it just feels that way for me. It feels difficult regardless, but hopefully you understand what I'm saying, Quirky Giraffe. If you don't, that's okay too. But hey, thank you, Deep Shika Sankar. I appreciate you coming on, and I appreciate you liking and subscribing. I think I'm going to call it good for the night here in just a second. But I do appreciate you coming on here, and the next time I'm live, which will be a week to a week and a half from now, you can be added to the list, okay? I'm going to be taking the holidays off. And so hopefully you guys can understand that. This will be my last night for about, like I said, a week to 10 days. So not this Monday, but the Monday after, or maybe the Tuesday after that. So Tuesday after Christmas will be the first time I'm going to be live, I'm thinking. Maybe Monday. We'll see. But, yeah, Quirky, hopefully it seems like everything's all good, and so I'll leave you with that, and you're welcome on the channel anytime, Quirky, okay? And with that, guys, I think I'm going to be off for the night. Thank you so much for tuning in, watching, and enjoying the stream here, and I will talk to you guys, or see you guys, a little bit later, okay? Ta-ta, everyone, toodaloo, and all that jazz. You know how it goes. So, see you guys. Take care, everybody. Have a good holiday as well, right? Have an awesome holiday. Take care, and I'll see you guys later. Night, Todd. See you, my friends.